What's up? What's up? My name is Greg Rowe, and I just wanted to kind of give a review of this stick, the Bauer Nexus Sync, and give you my thoughts and opinions on using it, kind of what style of player I am, and what kind of player I think this stick is for, how durable I think it is, what the performance of it is as far as how much pop it has, what it feels like, when you accept a pass, or what it feels like when you give a pass, or obviously what it feels like when you stick handle with it. This is the right-handed, let me kind of spin this around here. This is the right-handed P92 87 Flex. I kind of wish I would have gotten a 77 Flex. I'm like 6 foot, 200 pounds. And typically, like, the rule of thumb, they say, is like half of your body weight. So I should be using like a 100 flex stick, which I just think is honestly too stiff for my playing style. I have in the past used a CCM Ribcore McKinnon Pro, which was a 95 flex, and that still was a little bit too much for me. This is an 87 that definitely feels better, but my playing style is I'm a forward. I use speed. I use crossovers, edge work. I'm a playmaker. I shoot the puck a lot of quick wrist shots. I use stick handling, or dangles as the kids these days call them. To kind of move in close and score goals. That's just kind of my playing style. It's always been my playing style. So, do I think this stick is good for that? I'm not going to say it's bad. The MVP of the league, Nathan McKinnon, is using this stick currently. I don't know if in the new season he's going to use the new Nexus. He probably will. I don't know. But McKinnon, it has a lot of the similar traits of the way that I like to play the game, as far as the speed, the crossovers, the edge work, the quick stick handling and getting off, quick shots and powerful shots, especially, from top of the circle, the house area. So I got it because I was like, okay, he sort of has a similar playing style. I don't, kind of sit over on the power play, or, on the circles or the hash, and kind of look for that, 1T from, the other side. So I don't really shoot that many slap shots or one-timers. This is more of a mid-kick stick, so it's probably good for those kind of things. The player that, likes to, get off, quick wrist shots, but also likes to use, slap shots or one-timers. This stick is probably built more for that. I think the Vapor Light is built more for, honestly, probably the way that I play the game. I just wanted to give this stick a try because I heard good things about it. It does have this thing. I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see right here along the line here. It has a spine. You can kind of see that. So it's not technically like a four-sided rectangle. It's more of like five-sided. So it has this side, it has this side, it has the bottom side, and then it has basically two sides on the back side because of that spine. And the front of the stick here is a little bit of a concave. It's not exactly flat. It's a little bit of a concave feeling. So, honestly, when you're just kind of sitting here with the stick, like it feels good and whatnot in the hands. It feels a little bit more natural, because if you like make your hand like that, I mean, you can see my hand is not a rectangle. It's more of like a diamond, or like a five-sided object, right? So this type of stick with this type of feel and this type of shaft design should, in theory, be more of a natural feel for most players. And I would say that it feels good in the hand. I've used this for like 8 games, and then some coaching for my kid who's a squirt, and you can see like I have a couple things here. There's some marks on it, some chipping, down here, right here. So some marks on the blade, obviously from whatnot. But overall, I mean, for playing 8 games and whatnot, this thing is held up pretty well. I mean, there's not too many like chips or scrapes or anything like it that on the stick. So I've been pretty impressed with the durability, although a lot of reviews online say the durability on the stick is kind of ass. I haven't found that. Again, I'm not playing fucking D1 or juniors or pro hockey with it. So, you know, that's kind of the difference. I obviously am, you know, in my early 40s, so I'm playing, you know, men's league or whatnot with my buddies, but still, you know, I'm a pretty competitive player. I don't just go out there and coast and, you know, and play the game like a Sally. I'm definitely going in the corners, going behind the net, going in front of the net, you know, battling for loose pucks, you know, stick handling, you know, in traffic and stuff like that. So I'm still playing the game, you know, pretty aggressively, even though it's men's league. So the stick is definitely held up to my playing style and what I've done so far. Obviously, you know, we'll see. But my one knock on this stick, I think, and I've heard other people say this in other videos, is the inconsistency. And what I mean by that is the inconsistency sometimes in your release. So while holding this stick, like I said, because it has a 5-sided, like it has, what's it called? The ER spine technology. So up here near where you tape it, it's almost nothing. And then it starts like right about these dashes. And then it just slowly builds. And then when you get to about here and the stick, which is not quite halfway down the shaft, it starts getting big. And then the spine right here near the sink logo right here in the stick, in the you know, the mid portion of the stick gets really pronounced. I mean, you can kind of see it's a little bit nothing really there, and then it gets pretty pronounced right in here. So that's really where your bottom hand is on the stick. And if you don't get this just right, like you don't have the exact grip on it, sometimes it will your bottom hand will roll a little bit. So what I mean by that is, you know, if you're shooting sometimes and you'll go to shoot a wrist shot, sometimes it will feel like your bottom hand kind of does this on you. So it feels like the stick kind of does that. So there are times I'll walk in and I'll make a few stick handles and I'll go to get a quick wrist shot off, and I'll be aiming for a certain section, you know, of the net, trying to pick a corner, trying to pick a spot that I see that's open, and the shot will go maybe 6 to 8 inches wide of where I'm aiming, or maybe it won't go as high as I want it to. And so I've noticed that. It's not all the time, but it does happen, and it's really frustrating. You know, if you're working hard in the game trying to get scoring opportunities and score goals to help your team win, you know, sometimes you may only get 2 or 3 of those a game. Sometimes you may get 8 a game. And if you're getting 2 or 3 opportunities a game, and you have a really good opportunity in low to score a goal, and you go to shoot the puck, you know, high blocker or whatever, and it goes, you know, to the chest, or it goes wide of the net or whatever, it's pretty frustrating. I had a couple things like that happen a few days ago in my game where I was in low, you know, far post, got the puck and went to shoot it, and I hit the post, or I hit the, you know, kind of the side of the net, and couldn't tuck it in. And I just felt like at the last second when I shot it, that this section here with the spine on it sort of rolled in my hand a little bit on my bottom hand, and kind of affected my shot placement. I've also noticed that if you don't get it just right, you don't get sometimes as much power as you're hoping to on shots. But I'm saying, if you get a hold of one with this thing, like if you have the perfect grip and it's in your hand, and you get a hold of one in the sweet spot, like it's pretty effortless. There's a lot of power. You can definitely pick corners, you know, go off the bar, all that sort of thing. So it's good when it works, but my biggest problem with it is the inconsistency. I just have found that here and there, it feels like it kind of rolls a little bit, and I'm not able to do kind of what I want to do, or do what I'm wanting to do or expecting to do, and that gets pretty frustrating in the game. Obviously, when you know, these sticks are, you know, $350 a pop, you're expecting the technology, you're expecting, you know, it to have good pop and have good response for, you know, passing and stick handling, good puck feel, and it does for all of that stuff. It's just a little bit inconsistent for me, and I've found that a lot of videos I watch on this stick have said the same thing. You know, if you get a hold of one, it's great. Has great puck feel for passing, accepting passes, stick handling, that sort of thing. But if you don't get it just right, then it can kind of, your shot can kind of be inconsistent. So if you're looking at getting one of these sticks, you know, I would just be aware of those things. When it's good, it's good. If you're off a little bit, you know, it can be a little bit inconsistent. But other than that, so far, you know, very durable, really lightweight, very responsive stick. Overall, a pretty nice stick. I think a little bit nicer than some people have said it is. But again, I guess it all depends on what level you're playing at. You know, if you're you know, skating through traffic and you're getting chopped a whole lot, you know, the stick may break a little bit easier than you know, it obviously will for somebody like me. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, pretty cool stick. I like the graphics, like the lightweight, the responsiveness, and if you get a hold of one, you get a hold of one. So that's my opinion on this stick. That's my breakdown of it. If you're looking to get in one, just be aware of obviously those few things. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about this stick. If you have it, if you're thinking about getting it, if there's any questions about it that maybe I didn't go over that you kind of may have, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm out of here.